Man, I already filmed this once and the video audio quality came out awful. This video will be for Tuesday's WNBA slate. It's a big slate, so I decided to come up with a couple of plays, so I'm going to go ahead and dive right into it. You'll see images that come up on the screen right here. This is from a data app called Outlier. There'll be a link in the description for a 7-day free trial for Outlier. First play is going to be Azurá Stevens over 12.5 points versus the Fever at -115. Her last 5 games, she is averaging 16 points a game, and she has gone over in 5 out of her last 6 games, absolutely crushing it. The Fever are pretty good defensively down low with Aaliyah Boston there, Natasha Howard. But Azurá Stevens is a different type of big. She can stretch the floor, she can shoot threes, and she's very consistent shooting threes as well. So the type of big who's going to struggle a little bit might be someone like Dearica Hamby. So Azurá Stevens has good history here against the Fever, scoring 20 plus points in both games this season against the Fever. So with the way she's scoring and where this line is at, this line just does not move. It stays at 12.5 for -115. I know there might be some fear for Cameron Brink taking minutes from her, but Cameron Brink right now is taking about 10 minutes-ish a game, a little over 10 minutes a game, and it's not necessarily going to affect Azurá Stevens massively as of right now. I'm sure in the future they're going to have to decide to get rid of one of their bigs, if not 2 of them, because they do have a few forwards who are really good. So do like Azurá Stevens here against the Fever. And then this next pick is going to be Sabrina Ionescu under 6.5 assists at -155. This actually got bumped up from 5.5 to 6.5, and she has not gone over this in 5 straight games. Breanna Stewart has been out, and she has gone full score mode, not looking to pass the ball. The person who's going to be passing the ball the most is probably going to be Natasha Cloud. But Sabrina has just had her head down, taking shots over and over again. I would be taking her points, but against the Wings, with Breanna Stewart out recently, she did go under her points line. I still think she's going to be aggressive, and there's a good opportunity for her to go over her points. But with the assist line being bumped up, I do not mind the under with the consistency on the under. With Breanna Stewart out over the last 2 seasons, she's gone under in 100% of games, only coming close in 1 game, and that was last year. So even with Breanna Stewart in and out over the season, she's gone under in 74% of games overall. So really like this under here for Sabrina Ionescu, with her to just try to score a lot. And the person who benefited the most with Breanna Stewart out against the Wings was Jonquel Jones. She scored a lot in that game a few days back. So she's going to be, it's not going to be just Sabrina out there trying to score. Jonquel Jones might have an easy day, and it's going to be Natasha Cloud there setting her up more often than not. Sabrina Ionescu under 6.5 assists. If you guys could, please like the video. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, could you leave a comment for the algorithm? You can just put a W. That helps get this video out there for more people to see. And this next play is actually going to be a DraftKings parlay for -104. So if you have not signed up for DraftKings, I know most people do have DraftKings, but if you're just one of those few people that has not signed up for DraftKings and you want to check it out, I'll put a link in the pinned comment and the description. If you're a new customer, bet $5, get $150 back instantly in bonus bets for DraftKings if you want to try out this parlay. So first leg of the parlay is going to be Paige Bueckers over 14.5 points. And for both of these plays, disclosure, I like both of them as single bets on their actual line. I wouldn't be betting a little bit lower on a line that I did not like. So the thinking process here is I like the real line, so I'm not just make it a little bit safer for 2 different legs. So she's been on a tear scoring wise. Played against the Liberty on July 28th, scored 20 points against them. That would hit on her regular line. But she's hit 15 points in 74% of her games this season and 7 out of her last 8 games. So I really like where this line is at for Paige Bueckers. It's just Arike Ogunbowale took over 2 in that game against the Liberty, so she could take over a lot of scoring volume there too. So just knocking it down just a little bit for the first leg. And the second leg is going to be Sonia Citron over 11.5 points. She's done well her past 3 games, scoring 28 points, 16 and 16. And then that 28 points came against the Chicago Sky, who she will be playing against in this game. So like I said, I don't mind the regular line. The only reason why I'm going with knocking it down a little bit is if you take a look at the history here, she's had 13, 13, and then that big 28 game. So I know the 28 one is the most recent one, so that's probably the best one to consider. But if you go with this knockdown line, just it's a 100% hit rate play. And also just tinkering around with data, just looking for something else to back up the claim. She's actually really good on the road. I hit this line in 77% of games on the road this year with only 3 misses. So really like Sonia Citron over 11.5 points in this parlay for -104 with Paige Beckers, the 2 rookie guards. If you guys would like to discuss lines further, I have a Discord, link is in the description. Hop on in there, talk about WNBA, talk about baseball, all that good stuff. That is completely free. And then as far as a recap goes, I had Paige Beckers over 21.5 points and assist. She looked like she was going to crush it. She ended up leaving the game, so it became a sweat when she was just a basket away, but she came back and she went over it and she hit it. So it was the only sweat part of it was her getting injured. And then I had Alyssa Thomas over 16.5 rebounds and assists. She looked like she was going to crush it, but she ended up in a 30-point blowout against Atlanta Dream team that did not have Ryan Howard, did not have Brittany Griner. There's pretty much no excuse why they were down by 30 points to a team like that. But that's just how the WNBA's been lately. Just 50-point blowouts. And in these 5 games, I doubt all 5 of them are going to be competitive to the end. There's going to be some nasty blowouts, and you just want to dodge them, and you want to be a part of those games where they're highly competitive and there's a lot of scoring going on, because some of these teams will score like 10 points in a quarter, and it happens often in this league. So you don't want to have a player for points or assist on a team that's scoring 10 points in one quarter. Like that, just it will ruin their whole momentum to try to go over that line. But there's also unders to take a look at as well. So I'm going to get this one edited and get it out to you. Hopefully the audio is a lot better. God bless you all. It's Final Round. My name is Jordan. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.